So if I had a 13-month-old baby, what would I be arriving at?
So you would be arriving at a very play-based musical puppets and sensory storytelling session. So we have different characters that cover the different building blocks of confident readers. Each character comes out and does an activity. So we've got Music Mouse, which does our nursery rhymes, which we know are fundamentally wonderful for language development and kind of the first storytelling. Nick Fox, who does our letter sound. Now, Reading Fairy doesn't follow a phonics program, which is one of the amazing things because it means that whatever school the child goes to, whatever phonics program that child goes into, all we do is complement it. We just focus on what we call the pure sounds. So that's the sounds the letters make. And we do that through play. So with our toddlers, we have an animal for every letter of the alphabet. So they meet the animal, they hear that initial sound, through to our story stars, where they begin to learn that lots of things can start with the same letter sound. All the way through, which is an object and an animal, all the way through to our reading recruits. And they start to learn to differentiate between what the letters look like, what they sound like, and things that begin with that sound. They also cover things like rhyming and matching and sorting, comprehension activities as well. So it's a real journey through from toddler all the way to school. So our toddlers, we have a big sensory story where we go on lots of different adventures. It might be a jungle adventure. It might be a traveling adventure. So you might head into the town and see what happens on the farm, what happens on the high street. And they learn all of this beginning, middle and end of stories from a really young age through sensory stories and play. And then we always finish with an age appropriate book. So again, our books are progressive through. So our toddlers tend to have maybe more interactive books, lift the flap books, very simple hardback books, all the way through to a story, like The Koala Who Could, all the way through, and sharing our favourite books.
So are you sat in a circle with your child, or is it that they come into the middle? Do they join in, or are they given
There's a bit of change. So we have mats out. So we have our banners and our baskets behind us. We've got mats out. They sit with their parent or carer or main adult who brings them. We have a lot of grandparents in our class. So they come and they sit with them, and then it kind of goes with them. So if you have a child who's quite reluctant to leave mum or dad or grandma or whoever's lap, then they still get a turn at everything. So you kind of approach them and let them have a turn, making sure everybody is included in the class. If they're much more confident, they might come and sit with you. You kind of go with the flow of a class. So you could have one class where the children are predominantly with their main adult and they will interact with them, and you'll have another class where they'll all be sat with me for an activity because they want to show me what they're doing, that they can find this picture or they can say this letter sound or they can share the story with you. And so it's kind of goes with each class. We have small classes as well. We only have a maximum of 10 children in a class. Which just allows us to have that one-to-one time, to have that focused time with our activity sheets, with our storytelling, allowing those children to kind of give that input on what's going to happen next in the story, to kind of interact and tell me what they think as well.